Superman and Lois is the CW's new flagship show, starring Tyler Hoechlin as Superman and Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois. Overall, I feel like this was a really good pilot. It looks absolutely amazing, and you definitely can tell that HBO money is being put to work. In this series, we're following Superman and Lois as they navigate life as parents to their two teenage sons after Clark loses his job at the Daily Planet. Right from the get-go, the show really does let you know that it's going to be something more akin to Friday Night Lights, really heavy on the family drama. The series starts with a series of flashbacks showing how Clark met Lois and chronicles their relationship. The show's cinematic quality already bolsters it above the other CW superhero shows in terms of look and budget. It's obvious that the CW is hoping that this show will carry the network, especially given that Supergirl and Black Lightning are ending after this year. The setup for the series is that Clark loses his job at the Daily Planet after Morgan Edge takes over the company. We meet Clark and Lois' sons, Jonathan and Jordan. Jonathan is your typical all-American football star, while Jordan is the more quiet loner. These archetypes are sort of typical, but I think the actors playing them have made them feel like real teens. Jordan is also revealed to be in therapy and diagnosed with social anxiety disorder. I give the show credit for willing to openly tackle mental health issues, and I hope going forward it's handled well, but only time will tell. The catalyst in this family drama is the death of Martha Kent. When Clark gets a call that Martha died, he and the family return to Smallville for the funeral. While there, he meets up with Lana Lang and her husband and daughter. Lana's husband ends up going on an entire rant defending Morgan Edge's attempt to buy up all the farms in town, as he believes Edge sees greatness in his town and is looking out for them. Though anyone who knows Morgan Edge knows that's obviously not the case. He's also resentful towards Clark and other people who left the town because he feels like everyone's abandoning Smallville. Their brief argument is definitely not over, and the small town values perspective is something I'm sure we'll see play out over the course of the season. The episode really starts to ramp up when Jonathan and Jordan go out to the barn. They say that Clark has always told them not to go in there, but they go in anyway to reset the router after they had Wi-Fi issues. Jordan volunteers to climb the ladder because he wants to impress Lana's daughter, Sarah. But when he falls, a bunch of metal pipes start to fall on top of him, and his brother Jonathan jumps on top of him, and they both walk out with nothing but mild concussions. Curious as to how that happened, the boys investigate the barn and find Clark's ship. Angry and surprised, they lash out at Lois and Clark reveals he's Superman. The show's made a really interesting choice in not having the Kent boys know that their father is Superman. It's obviously a setup to create more family drama, and I just hope that it feels genuine as we go along. Clark maintained that he didn't want to tell them because he didn't want them to have to face the burden of having powers, or worse if one of them had powers and the other didn't. Jordan takes this as a slight at him because they obviously think that Jonathan's the one with powers given his athletic abilities. The boys are upset with Jordan more so than Jonathan, so Jordan goes out to a field party with Sarah. Of course, more teen drama ensues with Jordan kissing Sarah and then getting hurt because it was revealed that she had a boyfriend. Something that could easily be cleared up in real life with one sentence, but definitely stays in because the CW has to do its teen drama shenanigans. Jonathan makes it to the party and tries to save Jordan as they both end up getting beat down. Meanwhile, Clark's been facing a mysterious villain who could write in Kryptonian and reveals he's been testing Clark and his abilities by sabotaging the nuclear power plant. He ends up plunging kryptonite into Superman during a fight, who takes it out just in time to save himself. When the boys get home from the party, Jordan reveals that he is in fact the one with powers. He explains that in the barn, when Jonathan jumped on top of him, he actually flipped over so that he was the one on top, saving both of them. He said he just felt a sense of control, and so he knew that's what he had to do. It's also revealed that he has full-blown powers at the party when he accidentally uses heat vision. It's really refreshing that they reverse the common trope where the popular sibling has everything, and the more quiet one has to watch from the sidelines with jealousy. Giving Jordan the powers breaks the cliché and opens the door for some interesting storytelling down the road of what it's like to have powers as someone with a mental illness. Of the two, I think Jordan will have the more interesting storyline this season, but I think Jonathan will also get powers by the end of the season. The last bit of the episode reveals that the mysterious villain is someone named Captain Luthor, who I'm guessing right now is a Luthor from another Earth that was destroyed during Crisis. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on who he is. Overall, I really enjoyed the plot. All of the actors are great at their roles, and the show really does look like you're watching a film. There were some nice nods to the comics, like Superman's original suit and Action Comics #1, and that was a really nice touch. The show is definitely inspired by Friday Night Lights, and it feels like it's going to lean really heavily into the drama. The only downers I see for the show so far, just watching the pilot, is that it's very somber in the first episode, both with color palette and tone, and it seems to be separating itself from the Arrowverse. In the beginning, they completely reshot scenes like Clark's proposal to Lois, and there's no mention of any Arrowverse characters, including Kara, and they also recast Morgan Edge and General Lane, who are characters that have already shown up on Supergirl. It just seems odd, especially given the making of segment they showed after the pilot, because the creators talk about their love of the crossovers and the universe. I'm not sure if the show is going to completely ignore the Arrowverse going forward or not, but it was a shame in the pilot to not see any connections. I would also really like to see more of Lois as her own person, as in this pilot, her dialogue is really revolved around Clark and his issues. Hopefully, as the show goes forward, she'll be able to be more fleshed out, and we'll get to see her desires and problems separate from Clark and Superman. I'm really excited to see where the rest of the series is going to go, and I'm looking forward to doing some more recap reviews. Thank you so much everyone for listening, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.